Welcome to GKZ. Please click and subscribe.
Jesus walks on water.
One day, after a long time of teaching and healing people, Jesus did something truly amazing. He fed over 5,000 people with just 5 small loaves of bread and 2 little fish. Can you believe that? Everyone ate until they were full, and there were even leftovers. After this miracle, Jesus told his disciples to get into a boat and go ahead of him across the lake, which was called the Sea of Galilee. It was a big lake, and the disciples would need to row all the way across to the other side. Jesus didn't go with them right away. Instead, he went up onto a mountainside to pray. He wanted to spend time alone with God, his Father. Jesus loved to pray. Even though he was God's son, he still took time to talk to his Father and be close to him. As the sun went down and evening came, Jesus stayed up on the mountain, praying in the quiet while the disciples were far out on the lake. Meanwhile, the disciples were in the middle of the lake, and a strong wind started to blow. The water became choppy and rough, and the waves grew bigger and stronger. The boat rocked back and forth as the disciples rowed hard, trying to stay on course. It was dark, and the wind was fierce. They were getting tired and probably a little scared, too. Even though many of them were fishermen and used to the water, this storm felt different. Then, sometime in the middle of the night, during the 4th watch, which is very late, maybe around 3 or 4 in the morning, something unbelievable happened. The disciples saw a figure walking toward them on the water. Yes, on top of the water. Their hearts raced, and they were terrified. They cried out, "It's a ghost!" They had never seen anything like this before and didn't know what to think. But right away, a familiar voice called out to them. It was Jesus. He said, "Take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid." His voice was calm and strong, even with the wind blowing and the waves crashing around him. Can you imagine it? Jesus standing on the water like it was dry land, not sinking, not slipping, completely peaceful and powerful. He wasn't scared at all. That's because Jesus is Lord over everything, even the wind and the waves. One of the disciples, Peter, spoke up. He wanted to be sure it was really Jesus. So he said, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you on the water." And Jesus answered with one word, "Come." With faith in his heart, Peter stepped out of the boat. And guess what? He began to walk on the water too, just like Jesus. As long as Peter kept his eyes on Jesus, he was okay. But when he looked around and saw the storm, the wind, the waves, the deep water, he got scared. And when fear took over, he began to sink. "Lord, save me," Peter shouted as he dropped into the water. Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. Jesus didn't let Peter drown. He lifted him up and said, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" Even though Peter doubted for a moment, Jesus was right there to help. He never let him go. Then Jesus and Peter climbed into the boat together, and as soon as they did, something incredible happened. The wind stopped, the waves calmed down, the storm disappeared just like that. Everything became peaceful. The disciples looked at Jesus with awe and wonder. They had seen him do many miracles, but this was something amazing. They fell down and worshipped him, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." Kids, this story teaches us something so important. Sometimes life feels like a storm. Things might feel scary or out of control. But just like Jesus was there for his disciples in the middle of the night and in the middle of the storm, he is also here for you. If you ever feel afraid or unsure, you can call out to Jesus, just like Peter did, and say, "Lord, save me." and Jesus will always be there to help you. He might not always take the storm away right away, but He will calm your heart. He will hold your hand and walk with you through whatever you're going through, because Jesus loves you and will never let you go. Now let's say our memory verse together. But Jesus immediately said to them, "Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid."